here from our demo content, and we'll just assign them here. So in the helper menu, we'll choose helper menu. For the main menu, we'll choose main navigation. And for the footer links, we'll choose footer links here. Click on save. Refresh the page. You can see that we have a beautiful menu here. So now let's go back to the administration options and to the header tab. Okay. So now we can change, for example, the header layout. Let's say we'll would like to choose. We'll choose, for example, the first one. Well, basically, the three first options are just the same. They differ by the width of this section here, which is the menu, and this one here, which is the logo or the title of your website. Click on save. Refresh. You can see that this section here is smaller. This one is larger than the option before. You can also try a different combination, which is the fourth option, which is a vertical layout. If you do refresh, here we have another header layout. You can also choose, for example, this layout, which is basically the same as this one, and the difference is that here we will have an area for custom content. So in this content, we would be able, for example, to put some icons, some HTML tags, and you can say, for example, free shipping. If we do refresh, you can see, okay. Of course, here we will need a bit more styling to make it look good and consistent. Okay, so now we can move also to the footer area, which is currently empty. Now we have three rows. The first row is a widget area, a second one a modulable area, and a third one a text area. Let's go through each one of them. We'll enable the first, the widget area. Then we have the option here for a 2 columns layout, 3 columns layout, or 4 columns layout. Let's say we choose the 3 columns layout. We click on save. We do refresh. Okay, nothing has changed here. Why? Because we don't have any widget enabled. So we'll go to appearance, widgets. And here we have already 4 predefined footer areas. Footer area 1, 2, 3, and 4. Well, the first footer area is basically useless for us because we have chosen the 3 columns layout. So let's go back again to this section. And for example, in footer area 1, we can put a calendar, let's say. Footer area 2, let's say tag cloud. Footer area 3, we can put save this. Click on save. If you just refresh here, we can see that we have our footer area, footer widget area. I know it doesn't work. We can make it look a little bit better. So we put this here. Remove the calendar. We can put, for example, the archives. Looks a bit better here. Okay. So we go back to our administration panel. Here we have another option for a modulable area. So here we have 3 items which we can enable or disable. The first one is a menu, social icons, and custom content, and we can rearrange them in any order we want. Okay, so let's say for the first one we'll use a menu, the second one a custom content, and the third one social icons. Let's click on save. Okay, so now we'll go to our menus here. and the menu option here will basically be fed by this menu here, footer links. So in our case, it's already predefined, so we are ready to go. For the social icons, we'll go to the Zilla Social tab and set up some services. So here we can put anything. Okay, we'll do some random, we'll choose some random services. Okay, and then we have another, the last section is the custom content section. But here you can put anything. You can put some text, you can put some images, you can put, for example, images of accepted credit cards and so on. So we can say, let's put an icon. Anything, a random text. In this area you can also add some HTML tags. If you click on Save Changes, refresh our page. So here we have our menu, our custom content that we have defined, and our social icons. The last option would be a text area on the, at the very last. Well, basically here you can have a copyright text. So let's say copyright. Sorry, 12. And here, after we have defined our text, we can choose the alignment, left, center, right. Okay, so let's keep it at center. Click on Save Changes and refresh. So our page is ready to go. Beside that, we have here the sidebar manager, in which we can create basically unlimited sidebars. So you can create one for portfolios, for example, another one for posts, another one for pages, and so on. Click on Save Changes, and if you go to our widgets page, here are the menus we have just created. Sorry, the sidebars we have just created: portfolio, posts, pages. Okay, let's go to the post and page option. So here we can define the default layouts for every post and page in the website. So for the archives, search results, the default option is a right sidebar. For the posts, the default option also is a right sidebar. For pages, full width. For portfolios, also right sidebar. And in this section here, we can define some more options for blog, for archives, for search results. So here we have the default layout, so mini, masonry, and fit rows. So the difference between them, actually, we can see it here. So this is the mini layout. Well, basically it has an icon if it's a custom post format, the title, some meta tags here that you can configure also. The masonry layout is this mosaic layout here. So just because we didn't import the images, so it doesn't look as good as in the demo, but this is how it should look. And finally, we have the default layout that we'll call fit rows. Fit rows here. Well, fit rows is just that we can define multiple items by row, and you can see they are perfectly aligned here. Okay, so another option here we can configure is the number of items per screen size. Well, unlike other themes, we cannot basically define how many items we want by each row, because the website is responsive. So let's say if you wanted to define 4 items by row on a smaller screen, that would make no sense. So here our default options are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but we can increase it. So let's say we'll want 6 items per row on the screen size between 768 and 1023 pixels. If you click on Save Changes and we do refresh, here we can see that we have our 6 items by row. So let's put it back at 3. We can also increase the number of items by row on a smaller screen size. So here, if we resize our screen, we can see we have 2 items by row. If we resize again, we have 1 item. You can do the same for the portfolio. You can define a default layout, masonry, or fit rows. You can also define background colors for the custom post formats. For example, for the status format, it's blue. For the link, it's orange. For the code, it's yellow, but you can change it here. You can put, for example, for the code, a black background. For the status, some light blue background, etc., etc. If we do click on Save Changes, we do refresh here, you can see that it has changed here. And you can play around with this as much as you want. The last options here would be to choose which meta information you would like to show. So here everything is set up, but we can, for example, remove the date, categories, tags, remove basically everything and keep the icons. If we do refresh, we'll see that we don't have any more meta information here. Okay, so you have some PHP notices here that you can just discard. Okay. So basically that's it for the installation and of the theme. In another video we'll go more deeper through customizing the home page and setting up more advanced options. Thank you for looking.